Another flexibility day. Today we're gonna work on our lower body, so let's get moving. As always, before we get started making ourselves more flexible, we've got to warm up those muscles so we don't cause any injury. So just to get started, I'm just gonna do a little pull, 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 pull. I do this with my cross country and track teams. And I really like the first pull and then the second pull. So you get it in position and then you really stretch a little bit deeper. So it's a pull, pull. So it's a 1, 2. So stretch and deepen it. One more. Now we're gonna go behind us. So we're gonna be here, we're gonna go pull, pull, and pull, pull. Now if you need something to help with balance, that's fine. So you just do a nice little stretch, elongate, stretch, make it deeper. Just back and forth. 1, 2. So we're warming up and stretching all at once. Good job. One more each side. And stop here. Okay, good. So now we're going to take the leg and we're just going to open it and tap and bring it back in and tap. Open and tap. Bring it back in and tap. If you need to hold on to something to help with your balance, grab something to hold on to. That's fine. Open and close. If you need to go a little bit slower than I am, great. Good. Open and close. Let's do one more each side. Open and close. And then open and close. Great. So spread your legs out a little bit. We're just going to work on shifting our body back and forth to really continue to warm up our muscles, but to go on and start with the stretching and the flexibility component. I can get fairly low. I don't want to go as far down as I possibly can. If your shifting weight is right here, wonderful as well. So just shifting back and forth as we go. Getting a nice good warm up for our legs. Awesome. So now I want you to do is just where you are. All I'm doing is just picking my heels off the ground because calves are a part of your lower body, but we haven't really warmed them up that much yet. So we're just kind of moving our legs a little bit more and we'll really get into some of those stretches. Good job. Good. 8 more seconds right here. Nothing more. No high intensity, no anything right now, just kind of stretching. All right, great. So what I want you to do, put one foot out. We've done this earlier in this month already. Put your foot out, toe up, and just sink back into your bottom sort of. So especially with the toe up, that really focuses on the behind the knee and the hamstring and all that kind of area. When you're doing it though, I don't want your chest collapsing. Try to keep your chest upright if you can. Sit down for another 5 seconds. Good. And time. Switch to the other side. Get in position and just sink right back down in there. And you're just holding there, you're just sinking down. Just making it work for you. Really good, really good. A little bit more. I'm starting to shake a little bit. Check your chest, check your alignment. Really good, guys. Awesome. And time. We're gonna go into a downward dog now. That's really good for your entire lower body and back. So what you do for a downward dog, you start in a plank position and then you push yourself back away from your hands as best as you can. Now, if you're super tight, maybe your downward dog looks like this. If you're super limber, you can walk your hands up even more and really force yourself into that. Maybe you can't put your heels down on the ground yet, and that's fine. Okay, the idea is that you are getting your heels on the ground, but you might not be there yet. I like to really push back out away from my hands and kind of let my head fall into that natural neutral alignment position. So just kind of hang here. I want you to kind of pedal your feet. So you just pick one heel up and drop it, and one heel up and drop it. So you're just alternating back and forth. Good. All right, stop your feet from moving and push back just a little bit further. This is a hard move for people that are very, very stiff and tight. Good. And relax. Come down to your side. What I want you to do at this point, I want you to put one leg out, kind of the hurdler stretch. This is kind of an older stretch. Put one leg out and just make this toe as straight to the sky as you can and just start leaning towards that way. And we're really working to stretch out this hip area your hip flexors, and then all of the muscles and ligaments going in through your hip, and really just kind of lean into there to your comfort level. We're not hunching the shoulders over, we're not tucking the head, just kind of trying to touch your armpit to your knee if you can, and just kind of stretch a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Good. Come to the center. We'll go to the other side, I promise. Come to the center, the old school butterfly. Don't flap the wings. That's actually not very good for your muscles. So don't flap the wings, but just gradually, if you can, press down a little bit, or if you can, pull it in a little bit, and just kind of, I like to sit here and then kind of pull up on my toes, and that forces my knees to go down. And just kind of sit here. Maybe take a breath in, and then when you let your breath out, can you sink down a little bit further? All right, so I'm just holding this position nice and easy. With stretching and with flexibility, you don't want any of the fast, intense movements, because that can end up kind of pulling your muscles and kind of snapping them. Your muscles, to get better, to get stronger, to get longer, they actually kind of break and then they heal, and the healing is how the muscles get bigger or longer. So every time you flap the wings, if you were doing the butterfly flap, you're kind of tearing them, and if they don't have time to contract and fix themselves, you can kind of do some damage there. So all right, let's go back out to the other side. We're just extending out, and again, trying to point your toe to the sky if you can, and to whatever extent you can lean over. Again, thinking about getting that elbow or your armpit to your kneecap if you can. So just doing some good stretching in through here. So your lower body consists of, I mean, you can start thinking of it. It obviously intertwines with your core a lot too. But your hips, your booty, all the way down through your legs, such huge muscle groups. So you got to take care of it. You really got to take care of it. Come up to the center. This is one of my all-time favorite stretches. It's the seated figure 4. So what you're doing, put one leg out in front of you, and the other leg crisscrosses it right above the knee, okay? Then you take this bottom leg and bend it up, and then you stretch. For me, it's right here where I'm stretching it. Now, to intensify it some more, put your hands behind you and push yourself up into that stretch. All right, so you're really deepening that stretch. If that's too much for you, you can even leave your leg down. You can modify how high up that angle is, but the tighter the angle here, and then you push it up, the more intense the stretch is going to be. This is really good for those hips. Good job. We're going to hold here for another 10 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides. So just breathe through it. It might be a little, right now it's a little painful for me, but right on that edge of it being too much, and I need to stop. But for me, it's actually feeling pretty good. So we're going to switch. So the leg that was just bent, you're going to extend it out. Then we're crossing the leg that was extended out over our knee, pulling it up, and then you just stretch right into it. Again, whatever the modified level is that you need, and then push in if you can. As a runner, this is one of my all-time favorite stretches. I just feel that it's really getting all the spots that need to be getting. Good. Hold here for another 10 seconds. Awesome. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Now relax yourself out. Now what I want you to do is just a nice little forward lean, and then sit up. And then a forward lean, and then sit up. This is a very slow movement, so we're not going to catch any of our muscles off guard. And sit up, and a forward lean, and sit up, and go down and hold there if you can, whatever level you can hold. Maybe you can touch your toes, maybe you can touch your knees to your nose, or nose to your knees. Wherever your level is, I want you to just kind of stay there and hold for a little bit. Good, good, good. All right, sit in. We're gonna go down to downward dog one more time. That's how we're gonna end it. So remember how we got there. We started there in the plank position, and then we pushed ourselves up. And maybe you can go a little bit further than you did that first time because we warmed up a little bit more. Maybe your muscles are a little more accommodated towards that stretching and that flexibility. A little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. push yourself back away from your hands one more time and hold here for 10 seconds. And this is going to end it for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of it slowly. Go in and take a knee or sit all the way down. Go drink some water. Be kind to your body for the rest of the day. You've already done some good stuff.